to set the middle more to get the offense going. But as far as defense is concerned, she's got that locked down.
Jensen wasn't even starting this year with Al Hassan coming over. Jensen was second in the entire league in blocks per set last year. Thumb down swing there for Courtney Schwann, a member of the championship roster last year for Orlando.
This is why Shampoo is one of the best setters in the league. Look at how she disguises this set. Natalie Foster coming in hard. Jensen just hanging out with the middle, not there to close. One-on-one situation.
Inna on the D ball, Orlando block touch. Schwann cuts it down the line. 2 in a row for Courtney Schwann.
The last 2 times these 2 teams played, Inna had phenomenal showing. She had 29.
The middle blocking position is out, but their mentality has been just adapt to what we have at this moment with the lineup, and they came out ready to play here today against Orlando with the lead coming off the Orlando timeout. Chimay right down to the ground.
Right in front of her body too. She gets on the ball so quickly, and when you get on top of it and you have that kind of snap that she does, you can put that ball down quickly and with some pace. That block was up in front of her, but she...
Briggs Romine, that roll shot. Schwann has been hitting harder this year on request from her head coach. Briggs Romine as well is done. Schwann this time goes soft, and that velocity on the first swing opened up things for her offensively on the next one.
And that's why you show variety in your offense. You bang a couple, you make it nice and powerful. The defense is on their heels. They're expecting a deep attack. First of all, really good dig by her, and then coming in strong, taking some
advantage here in the first. Orlando empty of all timeouts the rest of the first set. Schwann has been the top performer so far for the Valkyries, her 4th kill.
And that was Schwann going up and over. Actually, just to the line, able to drop that pinky and drive it down the line.
Emmy Klicka is in as a service sub. Klicka takes the second touch. Briggs Romine digs Schwann. The set from Hentz, the swing from Snyder. Schwann picks it up, and Looper sends it down.
That was a solid 4-4 swing by Snyder, but Schwann is there, popping it up, extending the rally. Look at that dig. Right on Shampoo's.
Patty Bray, middle blocker, rookie from Marquette. They use her as a service sub. Chimay out of system. Briggs Romine, perfect first touch. Bray in there playing left back as the service sub. Whiffed on that one. Orlando ahead of the point. Block against Schwann. The reload for Schwann. Smart decision there. Out of system, Snyder. She tips. Orlando got there. Oh!
What a scrappy rally. Back and forth. A communication error there. Too many players around. Every Rise player thought another one was going for it, but overall, incredible rally. Good, relentless defense by the Valkyries to keep them in it. And a free ball. You never let the free ball. Went deep. She was able to get the kill.
Rotation 1, Turner the serve. Chimay from the left side. She has experience at that position, and she converts on the first ball side out.
And it's 2 totally different sets, but having that experience on both sides and also being athletic really allows her to be that you have more options. And there you saw the gap in the block that they took advantage of.
Good serve received by Pusic. That is a bullet out of Nia Chimay, the former member of Grand Rapids. Brings it closer again, down to 1.
And that set hanging inside, that's run on purpose. It kind of moves the blocker.
Now, in this sport, you don't lose a timeout for losing a challenge, but they have no challenge remaining, as Madison said. Courtney Schwann, though, goes over the block and scores the point.
That was such a smart attack because the block was set and she's going over it. She could have gone the 4-4, but being that far off.
Won it. Still goes as a kill. My favorite rule. It's still a kill for Meyer despite her missing. Snyder. Schwann. Oh, what an overhead dig there by Briggs-Romine. Chimay, look out!
What I love about that attack is she was really extending to get there. Her feet weren't totally there, so she's broad jumping, she's leaping. That's all of the athleticism of Chimay powering through to get the kill. Missed there, but no, she cut it off perfectly and got the kill.
On the gap, Foster is down.
This is one of the areas of Shampoo's game that she takes a lot of pride in. That's what Coach Amy Pauly told us, is forcing through the middle. Shampoo kind of operating the offense.
Kaz Brown taking off of one leg and thumping it down to the floor.
Coach Amy Pauly told us Kaz Brown is constantly talking to Shampoo after practice, during practice. They're getting extra reps. They're working on that rhythm.
And Indy leading the way. One of the, in theory, teams that has the most continuity coming in. Pon Goodpard and Orlando, after leading the league in offense last year, have been middle of the pack this year, in large part because Shampoo and Brittany Abercrombie have missed a big chunk of time, in addition to other players. But Chimay, again, stepping up in the absence of Abercrombie.
And Chimay's been really good on the D-ball as well, which is something that Brittany Abercrombie brings to this team, especially when Shampoo's in the front row. You need a presence, an offensive presence on that right.
Looper deposits on the tight pass.
Charity Looper is such a high flyer, and as an attacker, you love an opportunity, an open net, an overpass.
(16-15) second set, blast down. Kaz Brown coming off the timeout. Orlando trailing by a set, but has evened the score in set two.
I love the fact that Shampoo goes right back to Kaz Brown, hangs that ball in the air just a little bit more, gives it more of a peak, and Kaz Brown is able to get the kill.
Those two have fine-tuned their chemistry so much through that championship-winning season last year, now in year two. Chimay pops it up on the swing by Inna. Schwann has to second touch it to Chimay. Turner back set tight for Inna. Got it over and caused trouble. Hence bump set Briggs-Romine. Looper reaches up for the dig. That is tight. Schwann did just enough. Shampoo with the swing is called for being back row and disagrees with the call. I think she's arguing that she wasn't actually above the net. So we saw a let point signal.
The Orlando setter is in the front row, but it was an illegal attack because of a libero handset in the front zone.
Oh, so it had even nothing to do with the Shampoo swing.
And that's why Shampoo was like, wait, no, that was fine. I'm in the front row. Yep. So
oh, yeah.
That with your hands.
Okay.
In front of that 3-meter line.
So she was, okay.
Court in that back area of the court so well.
And she didn't even have to worry about the block there. She just hit that way over the block. 4-0 run for the road team. Briggs-Romine beat the block out there, but Looper, what a dig. Chimay leans into one. That looked like a point Grand Rapids might have, but just like that on the Looper dig, they turned it around and Chimay put it away.
Coach Pauly told us the defense is how Looper solidified herself as a starting outside. She said the aggression and the energy at which she plays defense is so advantageous for this team. And then Chimay, talk about aggression on that D-ball attack, so aggressive.
Florida alum, but Macomb, Michigan native, playing for her hometown pro team. Schwann with the blast down for Orlando. Similar trajectory in a way as that first set. Got Grand Rapids up by a couple points late.
And you see Schwann bringing the power. One-on-one situation. Shampoo. Coach Kathy George called Shampoo an artist. And that's exactly what she does. She opens up her attackers for one-on-one situations. She's so deceptive. And I love the fact that Schwann was aggressive there. Big important factor is the serve pass game. Who can control that first ball contact, open up their entire offense for a chance.
Foster is good with the ace.
And that's why Coach Amy Pauly gives Natalie Foster the green light. The pressure is on. This is one of the most pressureful situations that you can have as a server. No matter. She's going to go back. She's going to do.
Your stat sheet has that flip for some reason.
No way. All right, it's not user error. My stat sheet is wrong.
It's Grand Rapids with 8 stuff blocks so far. Shampoo, who got involved as a hitter at one point, but that's a shame, by the way, that point didn't end up counting. For when she was in the front row, got to take a swing, and the libero
angles so much.
Schwann chops it and scores.
Briggs Romine and Schwann kind of mirror each other a little bit. Really clean first ball contact, a lot of diversity and range in their attacks. Really good defensively, digging that.
Orlando has not been swept this season, trying to avoid that. Vanderweyde helps the cause.
Lindsay Vanderweyde is really difficult to defend because of the speed of the arm swing. Watch how fast. Good up by Schwann. Nice contact. And then it's the quick arm help us win this game. And that's a credit to Cameron Turner.
Finding Elizabeth Inna on the C ball right there, back row. Hammered off the block by Vanderweyde. Back outside to her. There's that fast arm swing again. Vanderweyde connecting.
And it's almost a roundhouse kind of swing, too. It's so unique. It's so difficult to block. But she's got a lot of range, and that fast arm swing also taking advantage of Leah Meyer being
It almost is like a basketball player doing a windmill dunk, the way that she moves that arm. O'Hen slipped. Lost her footing there. And so the kill for Chimay.
And that's a shame, too, because that was a really good block touch that Carly Snyder had to work very hard to get, diving those arms. Watch her diver arms last minute. Her feet aren't...
Has been leading the offense for Grand Rapids and has them in front 2-0 on the road, looking for the upset. Turner was in position for the dig. It ends up leaking through, and Kaz Brown adds one for Orlando. Tied.
Are rallying together and stepping up for those that are off.
Schwann denies Inna.
And they ran the same play. The Rise did that. They ran a little earlier. Meyer going behind the setter on the slide, but Bree Kelly diving those. Rise has been in a rhythm offensively.
Right back to Snyder. Connection wasn't there in the back row attack. Chimay. Shampoo's been active, already has a double-double. That backcourt defense. Hence, Briggs Romine, hard cross. Shampoo was racing to save that ball. The crowd approves. Briggs Romine rejected by Chimay.
The defense of the Valkyries has the ability to push them forward to win a set. Look at Shampoo diving out, Superman kind of dig. And then no better way to finish a long rally than a straight down stuff block towards the floor and making there be no question whether or not someone can pass it up.
Brown, the answer on the slide kill. I was also looking up during that last point at the Hens dig was so close to grazing the scoreboard, which would have ended the point as well.
Orlando Valkyries have been really efficient in this set. We've got 3 players on the team hitting 500 right now.
The result, a 4-point advantage. Vanderwada is down. Orlando has not been swept since April 12, 2025 at Atlanta. They've only been swept 3 times in the history of their franchise. Level of resourcefulness. It wasn't just Grand Rapids steamrolling Orlando the whole way. Staved off a set point in the most recent set. Shampoo, she's been looking for her own offense at times.
Shampoo is happy to be back out there on the court. I know the team missed her. That was so smart. It's the situational awareness that Shampoo has that really sets her apart from the rest. Alyssa Jensen not ready for that in the least, but not even jumping with her.
In Alyssa Jensen's spot. First ball side out, Bree Kelly.
And that's what you want if you're the Valkyries. You want to leave no doubt. A quick side out, a really nice pass by Vanderwada. Just funneling it right in. And like we said before, Shampoo from that 3-meter line can still find her middle attacker's hand. That's really hard to do. Enough opportunity to tool the block, swing high. She hit into the hands.
A double-double for Chimay. 10 kills, 12 digs. Here she is. Inna. We're just seeing a lot of players that have a whole lot of skill. I mean, Courtney Schwann made that look so easy playing that center back defense, and Vanderwada paid it off.
Her first ball con.
We're able to get a free timeout. That long delay. Mayfield got to put this in play. Schwann, perfect pass. Goodbye, Chimay. That'll do it for the 3rd set.
We've seen Nia Chimay hit from the right pin, from the left pin, and now coming in with a combination play through the middle, getting on top of it so well and leaving no doubt that we're going to 4 sets.
Nia Chimay against her former team. She was a rookie last year in Grand Rapids. As a second contact occurred, they blew the whistle and then changed their mind and said let point. That make any sense?
Yes.
I hope.
Yep, I was following.
She touched the net outside the net, so it's not a point for Grand Rapids, it's a let point. Shouldn't have blown the whistle there in the first place, but they corrected the mistake with the let. Now Schwann answers with the kill.
I do enjoy that Schwann knew exactly where she was touching the net. She knew she was outside of the antenna touching the net. And then here, maybe Kaz Brown on the net there, just reaching over on the block.
Shampoo, good connection with Chimay, her 4th straight double-figure kill performance.
And I love that quote from Coach Polly. You can tell that Chimay is feeling confident right now because it doesn't matter where she is on the court. She is taking these massive rips, defense specifically, and Leah Meyer has led that charge.
Chimay hitting line. We didn't see that a lot on film, but she made it happen.
With authority, too, getting up, swinging high over the block, driving it deep down the line, showing some range in that attack.
Grand Rapids working this morning on expecting Chimay to usually hit needs at the moment. 12-6, still a ways to go, but well ahead in the 4th set and up 2 sets to 1. Meyer to serve. Brown goes to town. Perfect connection with Shampoo.
And really good decision by Shampoo. That was a fast pass, just straight to her. Kaz does a really good job at being available with a little bit of space in between Shampoo and Brown. It really stresses the block. Jensen, but no, Shelton tipped in.
Shelton, number 4 overall pick in the 1st round out of Oklahoma. Turner to Inna. Schwann hits it flat. Shelton got there. So did Turner. Brown hammers it home, ending the point on the slide.
Brown is really good on the slide attack, not just inside out, but it's very efficient in transition, especially off the block. That was an insane swing off of that set.
And again, we're seeing two all-around outsides. Chimay off the technical timeout, terminates for Orlando, but we just saw a highlight there from Paige Briggs-Romine, who is working on a third.
So Turner identifying that she is the hot hands.
Yeah, Myers just had it cooking. The answer from Chimay. I've just been so impressed, though, by Meyer, who's 13 for 26. She played at Duke for 4 years, 1 year at Kentucky, but was more.
Block is not closed, but she's reaching and she's closing off any gap.
The Rise on the verge of snapping a 5-match series losing streak to Orlando.
Smart decision by Vanderweide. It looked like she was in front of it a little bit. So decides to take something off of it. Has really good eye work, seeing the open gaps in the floor. To get back to go and play her outside, her most natural position. You're going to pass a lot of balls on the outside, too.
Oh, that is hammered. Orlando down big, but not too late for a Kaz Brown highlight.
Kaz Brown in this set, 4 kills on 5 attempts, no errors, hitting 800, leading the team in kills in this set.
Who graduated Oklahoma with an aviation management degree, serves it up on match point. And Chimay sends one more back the other way hard. And Orlando has to serve its way all the way back to 24 points from this point forward.
Chimay's been really good on the back row attack, not completely up.